soon as I say that. It's okay. I get 3 people following me and none of them are happy. Ah! 4 people! This has been going very well since I cut out, if you can't tell. Oh, look, another one! Another one to add to the mix. I really have to start getting used to coming in from that side, because, like, you know, the other side of the door. Those kids aren't gonna chase after you. Usually if you see children and drunkards, they don't chase after you, and there are more women around town. They won't chase after you either. Hi, Capella.
No, he is not.
Got nothing to say to us. But I believe we can... She'll mention that... Can I have a rest here? Of course, here's a bed. Just lie down and sleep as much as you like. Thank you, Victoria. So right now it's 9:14. I'll sleep for a couple hours. You also have the option to wake yourself early if you think too much time has passed, or more has passed than what you need. So the mask is gone. We can go and speak to Big Vlad. Those things are creatures that we're going to be seeing more around town. They're called worms, or, and this is going to be butchering the, you know, pronunciation, but Odongs is what I've always called them. Feel free to yell at me if that's wrong. This is Big Vlad. Or Vlad Olgimsky. I guess I know who stands before me. I know of your sorrow, my boy. I am Vladislav Olgimsky. Booze. He's also called Booze Vlad. We'll hear some characters referring to him as that. You probably don't remember me. I am wholly at your disposal. I didn't think you were as young as you are. I'm not all that young, or did you expect to see me as an old man? I think he's only like 26, so there's, I'm not old. No, but your father was so old. I couldn't resist thinking you should look similar. Were you expecting me? I have, after some person whose intuition can be trusted proclaimed that you'd come soon. We'll speak of that later. I am happy to see you, Artemy Barak. I am the eldest in our family now. You may call me Haruspex or Hierophant. Or just, yes, that is my name.
No, I shall not believe in the existence of some clay murderer.
They're talking about Shabnak Adir again. Pronunciation is horrible for me. We're going to be learning a lot about the Shabnak as we go through this, because a lot of people are speaking of it, especially after the murders of the higher-up people. A lot of the people will be accusing me of the murder, and also accusing the Shabnak, which is some sort of like clay shapeshifter. A lot of people think that that monster did it as well. Artemy Barak, yes, Isidore's death is a great loss to us. He is quite irreplaceable. However, seeing you in front of me, I'm not quite sure about that. It is sad for me to say, but your father's death is only the beginning of your problems, Master Barak. Oh boy. That one problem is already enough for me. The problem is that those men at the station thought you to be the killer. Ah! Now, descriptions of your features have been spread around town. You do stand out, you know. I don't know how they could say that. I'm only like 6 foot and blonde-haired and incredibly good-looking. A mass hysteria is excellent environment for such, for rush accusations, coupled by the questionable visions of one influential character. What kind of character? That character is also quite respected. Do you remember the Sabrav family? However, I imagine you barely do. Katharina is probably a bit older than you. Katharina, Alexander Sabrav's wife. She has extraordinary talents. They don't question them, that's a sure thing. Did she predict my coming? Not only that, she also said that a lot of horrors are to come with you. Oh boy, it's all very fake. However, and you know, compared to my deceased wife, Katharina's talents are, softly speaking, doubtful. his wife was also like clairvoyant. That'll be Capella's mother, also named Victoria. She'll be referred to as the White Mistress sometimes, but they are enough for the simpletons to believe and recognize you. Does the whole town suspect me? No, they don't suspect you. I wish they would. They are absolutely sure and positive it was you. They don't just suspect us, they know it was me. My dear Master Varrock, you are being hunted, and until this panic settles down, you can count their proof to be irrefutable. Those who are left lying there at the station are a word against you. Crap. What am I accused of? Firstly, those deaths that you are actually to blame for. The self-defense fact cannot be proved at this stage. Anyway, that is too much of a worry. Secondly, you are accused of murdering the ruler of this town, Simon Kane. So, we have 2 murders on the first day. Simon Kane, the ruler of the town, and Isidore Barak, our dad. His dad. Now, that is more serious. Every faction's interests are at stake here. And thirdly, you are accused of murdering your father, Isidore. Yes, both of them are on my shoulders as of the moment. They accuse you of murdering my father? What nonsense! Everything is in one knot. You must understand that. They are not looking for 2 different killers. The killing methods seem to be quite similar, and they've seen each other the day before. What can I say? There's no time for ruminations. They are trying to catch him before he disappears. But I've only just arrived on a maneuverable locomotive. And who is the driver? Can you recall? I thought you wouldn't. I know, though. That's within my competence. He won't say anything in favor of your alibi, because he is half man, and dumb, too. Oh, and nobody knows how long you have been here secretly. The prophet spoke of it beforehand. I wouldn't wish my enemy were in a situation like this. The ruler's death aroused the people and the wrath of the Kane family. Those lions are not to be played with. A state crime, parricide, and the wrongdoing that you have yet to prove to be mistakenly placed upon you. All this is sacrilege. You are out of the law. I hope you believe I'm innocent. Yeah, I do too. I do, and so do the members of my family. Yeah, otherwise Capella would have been freaking out by now, wouldn't she? Perhaps a couple more people outside of this house that are absolutely sure of your innocence. But going out there, Lord have mercy. It is better to step right into a wheel mechanism. They'll lynch you. Do you have any weapons? I have like a knife. I can defend myself. You see, those poor people on the streets have nothing they could be blamed for. Don't judge them too strictly. It is the first time in many years that they've been shown the true evil. They will collect themselves. Time will come and they will. Meanwhile, you need to receive your heritage, don't you? To do that, you need to be acquitted beforehand, right? Yes. It won't be enough. If I put a word in for you, there are such matters at stake, and that they'll probably find intrigue anywhere. Here's what I think. The Kanes gave the murder case over to a strange man for investigation, a bachelor of medicine. He arrived quite suddenly and from a faraway place, the capital. As if he meant to arrive just at a time like this, he is the one catching the murderer for them. And yes, that is the same bachelor from the beginning of the game that you can choose between the 3 scenarios. He is Bachelor Daniel Dankovsky. We're going to be seeing both of those characters, both Daniel and the Devotress, throughout this playthrough. You can see them in all, in all of the scenarios. They're going to be around, and we'll be working both with and against them at certain times. You'll see. Do you advise me to meet him? He's quite fierce, they say. If only you could find him before he finds you. Perhaps then he won't go and shoot you straight away. Meanwhile, I'll be doing everything I can. You ought to hide for a while, but I'm afraid they'll soon come for you here. All right, I'll speak to the bachelor. Wait for the evening. He doesn't know who is looking for him right now. He'll just kill you without asking. The main thing now is that you don't go rushing any more people out there. Just go easy on them and restore your good name gradually. Now you should speak to my daughter. She's a good girl and has something to say to you. I'll take any good advice. There's Capella over there. Yes, you can go to where the bachelor is staying right now. Let me see what the quest says. They called me my father's murderer. The whole town is against me. Who would agree to speak to me? Who will help me prove my innocence? Olgimsky says his children will. Young Vlad and Victoria. They could give me useful advice. Yes, we could go and talk to the bachelor right now. His place is actually over here, where he's staying with a woman. And the thing is, if we go in there right now, we'll wind up scaring the girl and decreasing our reputation if we try to demand speaking to him, so it's better to wait.
I'm always glad to receive guests.
You are a victim of an awful mistake, but I want to reveal something to you. This will help you regain your good name. I'll give you the names of a few people. All of them are children, but don't judge them by their age. What have we do? Oh, we're getting quite up in time now, so I'll cut this after we learn our adherents' names and then start a new video. But don't judge them by your aims. Some of them can be of great help. All of them have been seeing Isidore quite often lately. Maybe some of them have their own thoughts on who the killer is. The rest know that you are not to blame. They are also adherents. They won't rush to accuse a son of murdering his father, even if the evidence is obvious. Happy to hear that. They can help you learn of how your father spent his last evening. I only know that yesterday he went off into the steppe for a long, long time and came back very late last night. So they secretly went to see the old man. What for? Do you know why they were in such close relations with your father recently? Medical matters? The reason is quite sad. These kids, my friends and faithful assistants, will soon die. What happened to them? Are they ill? No, but you must believe me. Your father believed me straight away. You know he was a clever, suspicious man. He used to check every day if anything happened to each one of them. Aww. He was dependable. He cared for the kids. The line of their fate is such that the probability of their death is higher than the probability of life. My father had foreseen his death for the same reason? I don't know. So what made you all think so then? Preter's sensuality. It isn't only mine. All of us agree on it. Your father, too, and Simon. I still can't speak of them as of dead people. And Maria, too, she's one of the mistresses. Katharina, even. All of us agree on it. Please take care of them like your father did. They must live. Simon and Isidore died, so they, too, must be near death. Well, what can I do for them? Simply don't forget about them. If you can interfere with their fate, please do. Because you are also not quite a usual person. You are your father's son. Is that it? Or is that it? So anyway, here we have our list of adherents. We want to keep, above all else, we want to keep these people alive. And as you can see, they are all children. Notkin is one of them, and Capella is one of them. And these other kids, I don't know if we actually see Khan during the walkthrough. I guess we'll find out, if I'm mistaken. So yes, I'm just trying to see which button we can toggle to see them. So, okay, I will cut this here. Hopefully this hasn't gone too long, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.